I hope this doesn't end up blasting people, but we'll do an ASMR version of this. So, here we go. So, the isolation has been really difficult. And, one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel was to try and reach more people, to not be so alone, to not be so isolated, and to try and bring myself and my voice to more people in the world. And I'm not really getting much traction yet. And I know these things can take time. And I know I just started it when the lockdown happened, basically. It's only been a few months. And I also know that YouTube prefers channels that have a regular posting schedule, and I know that that's not me. So, and I know that YouTube would prefer if I used all the analytics tools and went into Google Analytics and really learned how to use that tool and maybe bought some ads and promoted videos. I know they really like that. But I'm disabled and I'm on a fixed income, so that's not realistic to me to do. And I'm not really here as a business. I'm here as a human, trying to reach other humans. And I know you're out there. I'm trying to find my tribe. I'm self-proclaimed mystic. I am definitely an empath. I feel things deeply, and I'm deeply connected to the world and other living things. And I know there are other people out there like me. I know there are. I've met a lot of them in the real world. I just haven't been so good about following up or getting their contact information, because sometimes the circumstances haven't really been good for doing that kind of thing at that particular moment. Or sometimes it's been a little too painful in the circumstance at that moment for me to do it in that moment. But I know you're out there. Where are my witchy people? And I don't mean the pretentious ones that have to wear the clothes and go to cons and, wear it on their sleeve. I mean the witchy people who are private and do their practice quietly within themselves, but know who they are and where they are on their journey. Excuse me, I have to take a drink of water. And I use the term witchy people in a particular way. I mean, I've been doing my various practices since I was since I was a late adolescent. I picked up astrology, and at the age of 12, I think I say this in my bio, but I had pneumonia, bacterial pneumonia, and I almost died. I was bedridden from Thanksgiving until early March, and when I was well enough to go back to school, the school district sent me a tutor for 2 weeks, and all my teachers, because I was in middle school at this point, all my teachers gave her my classwork to catch up on. And with her assistance, I did it in 1 week. And then she said, well, you've got me for another week. What would you like to learn? And she told me that she had 2 great hobbies, genealogy and tarot. Astrology, not tarot, because I got into that a few years later. And I said, wow, sounds great. I'd love to learn both. So she taught me how to pick up an ephemeris and look up all the planets for a particular time and how to draw a birth chart. And then she gave me a large tome on how to analyze the planets and the signs and interpret someone's birth chart and what that all meant. And she let me hold on to that for about a year until one day she came and she knocked on my door and she said, can I have my book back, please? And I said, oh, yes, of course. Let me grab it and give it to you. And she said, thank you. And I never saw her again, never heard from her again. But she gave me my start. And I never stopped studying astrology. And then genealogy, she taught me how to look at census records on microfiche. And then things like when you couldn't find a census record on someone, how to look at immigration records. And it was fascinating, but I found it overly tedious. Like sometimes you had to look at death records in newspapers, and I mean, it was like so much research just to find like verification of one person's existence, and then like, oh yes, okay. And it was just too much. So I gave that one up pretty quickly. But it did teach me how to use a microfiche, which came in handy later on for for one of my jobs that I had later on in life. So, I mean, that was kind of cool. But I didn't keep up with that. Tarot I picked up when I was around 14 or 15, when my older brother came home with a deck of tarot cards, a Rider-Waite deck, and we just started playing around. And I was fascinated. And then I started getting gifts, like for Christmas my mom bought me a set of runes. I started casting runes. And then she would buy me witchy-looking jewelry, like, oh, I know you're into things like gems and stuff, or this looked like the kind of thing you would wear. And so that was kind of cool, but I never felt the need to, like, dress like a witch, whatever that means, you know, wear long dresses with overly exaggerated bell-shaped sleeves, you know. That was never really me, or, you know, I guess more recently covering myself in tattoos. I do have a nose piercing. I don't wear it because I've had to have so many scans since my tumor surgery. I took it out for my surgery, and then I haven't put it back because I'm kind of waiting for my reversal surgery to happen. And I think before the end of the year, I'm just going to insist on being reversed because I'm really tired of having a bag. And I'm just going to be like, yeah, okay, whatever, dudes. You can't scan the rest of my colon. I don't give a shit. Just reverse me anyway. So my nose piercing, as I cradle my guitar, my nose piercing's right here. And it's a very small one, but I'm actually thinking of getting one of these guys. I think that would look cool. So I'll probably wear them both. And as far as that goes, that's probably all I'll ever have. I don't know. Although I am considering designing a few sigils And for various reasons, and possibly having the sigils tattooed on very particular parts of my body for various reasons. I'm considering that. But I don't know. The main reason I haven't had tattoos done is because I tend to change over the years. If you had seen me, over the years I've changed my style so many times. Sometimes I look very executive, other times I look very bohemian, or very just, I don't know, I've just changed my style a lot. People who haven't seen me for a long time don't recognize me if they see me again, typically. But I think at this point in my life I probably could actually get some tattoos, sigils. Specifically, I'm thinking sigils or phrases or something like that. But I don't know. I might change my mind again. I was considering playing a song for you out here, but my brother is inside having a voice lesson, and I wouldn't want to carry over and interfere with that, so I'll probably skip it for this vlog. Mostly I wanted to show you my guitar, and if I were to do a song, it wouldn't be very great performance because I think I've played only one time, and that was a few weeks ago. In the last, oh my gosh, I think the last time I played the guitar was when I was living in the Airstream, and I moved out of the Airstream in 2014. So yeah, I've taken so many losses when it comes to music. I love music so much, and I enjoy it so much, just as a listener, as a consumer of music. It's such a huge part of my life. In the car, I always listen to music. When I was doing my deliveries, when I had my delivery jobs, sometimes I would listen to podcasts, but mostly I would listen to music. And I just love it so much. And I love writing music, although the process is not fast for me. I don't consider myself a skilled musician, but I adore it. I love writing music. I feel pretty good about the music that I write, although I know it doesn't resonate with everyone. I'm not really trying to write popular music. But I know. So there's this concept that all you really need to quote-unquote make it in the music business is 10,000 fans. If you just have 10,000 solid fans who will just buy all your shit and, whatever swag you have, they'll come to your shows and they'll just be devotees of your product, you can make a decent living. I mean, you're not going to live in a mansion necessarily. I don't want that anyway. I know on this 7 billion person planet, I know there are 10,000 people who would love my music. I know that. I just don't know how to find them. I don't know how to find them. And I should know how to find them because I did graphic design and marketing. I mean, I didn't necessarily come up with all the marketing plans. I don't have an MBA, but I worked closely with MBAs for 25 years. And I know how the process goes. But it's like when it comes to me, my mind just goes empty. There's a disconnect. And it frustrates the hell out of me. It's fucking insane. I don't know if you can hear, but we have this one hummingbird, and I call him, I have various nicknames for him, but right now Mr. Squeaky Pants is the nickname that I'm coming up with. And I have hummingbird feeders all around the house, and this one hummingbird wants to be like the mob boss of all of them, and he aggressively chases away all the other hummingbirds, and it's so mean, and I am not okay with it at all. It fucking pisses me off because it's so unnecessary. There are 5 fucking hummingbird feeders all around the house, and there are so many hummingbirds that like need the sustenance, and they try and sneak in, and he's like, no. He screams his head off all day long. He sits on this one branch up in the junipers, just screaming, I'm the one. So fucking annoying. Yes, come drink, come. No, that's him. He's just checking to make sure. Mine. So mean. You are so fucking mean. It's like I want to spank you. I just want to give you a slap. I really do. You are so mean. These other hummingbirds try and like... I hate that. Oh, little hummingbird, little female. Yeah, she got by. Oh, she's getting buzzed. Okay. But he flew away. Maybe she's okay. Maybe he likes her. Okay. Because it's a male. The one who's really angry is a male. So maybe he likes her. Maybe he approves of her. God. So possessive. One of these days I'll have to do a vlog on the front porch. So you can see it's like Wild Kingdom out there. I've got 3 bird feeders and 2 hummingbird feeders, and then the squirrels. I had all that back here, but I was constantly having to sweep, and in spite of all my sweeping, I was getting cockroaches at night. Like, because the pavement isn't in very good condition. There's a lot of cracks in the pavement, and the cockroaches were eating what I couldn't sweep out of the cracks in the pavement. And it was just disgusting. And I wanted the space to be a nice little space where I could sit and hang out and maybe smoke a little pot and chill with a friend or talk on the phone or something. And it's like, I don't want freaking cockroaches out here. And I've got a sunbrella patio umbrella up here. It was kind of a splurge. Gosh. For some reason my nose is running. I think perhaps because it's really windy. And it's kind of chilly. It's about 65 degrees. I hope it's not coming through on the camera. That would be really gross. But anyway, the patio umbrella has little lights underneath it, solar lights, and I'm going to put up some strings. I'm going to try and do that this afternoon. So I want this to be the getaway for humans, not for freaking cockroaches. Gosh, there's so much hummingbird action. Can you hear that? So anyway, so I've got all these little cockroach traps out here now. It angered me. This is supposed to be our space. So So I guess I've kind of brought you up to date. The loneliness thing is really getting to me. It is really getting to me. And I end up feeling like even when I do talk to somebody, I've got these junipers over here, I'm sorry, and the birds are flying in and out of them. Even when I do end up talking to somebody, occasionally in real life, I end up letting them do most of the talking. I end up feeling like I'm just burdening them with my problems. I don't really share what's going on or how I'm really feeling. And it's like that's what therapy's for, right? But therapy's bullshit. Therapy is fucking bullshit. I spent years in various forms of therapy, and it's bullshit. It never did me one whit of good. I mean, maybe if I went into EMDR, maybe that would be good. I did cognitive behavioral therapy. I did just talk therapy, a lot of talk therapy. Talk therapy is bullshit. Goes nowhere. I did regression therapy, goes nowhere. Yeah. Most therapists don't even fucking know what they're doing. Let's set a goal. Okay, in 6 months I want to be here. I'm gonna send you home. You've got homework. I want you to look yourself in the mirror and say these words. Or every time you think this, I want you to think this instead. It's like, I have CPTSD. Nobody really knows how to treat it. No, I mean, EMDR is probably my best bet, but I can't find anybody who does it in my health plan, so there you go. So, I kind of do my own thing where, okay, here's where the mysticism thing comes in. And this is actually, I started a series, Let's Get Metaphysical, How the Universe Works. And I've been working on episode 2 and how I'm going to explain how things work. I know what I need to say. It's just how to fucking explain it. How to fucking explain it. I'm gonna have to have you guys do some exercises for those of you who are interested in order for you to kind of get a sense of what I'm talking about. And it's actually gonna be pretty advanced shit. Come. Yes, it's safe. It's safe. You can come. It's okay. Come. Come. It's safe. Come for the water. You're fine, baby. You can come. There you go. Yep, it's safe. You're okay. Yes, it's okay. You're safe. You're safe, little one. Come. You're okay. I'm not. You're there. There we go. You can go into the fountain. Yes, you can. Yes, there you go, sweetie. There you go. Yeah, you can go all the way up if you want. You can. You could go all the way up. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here. I promise. I'm just sitting here. Okay. All right. that's fine too. Little Sparrow. They go to the fountain and they sit on the edge of it and they duck their head in and they take a little drink, they duck their head in and they do a little wash. And sometimes they go in the basin and they do under the waterfall. So, but this little sparrow only felt safe. I don't know if it caught on camera or not. This little sparrow, she only felt safe taking a drink from the puddle on the ground, which was okay too. Okay. It's gonna require some energy work in the sense that you're gonna have to think beyond your body, very much so. You're going to have to detune. There's no other way of putting it. You're going to have to detune beyond your bodily senses in order to understand lesson 2. And I wish there was a gradient in between lesson 1 and lesson 2. And there's fucking not. I've been trying to figure out how do I get you to the next step. And that's the only reason why I haven't posted or done lesson 2 yet. I am going to see if there's still this one video that explained how to see energy. If I can, I'm going to see if it's still there and reference it. But yeah, I've been using this particular method to find energy blocks in my space that I've been holding on to, in my psyche and in my body and in my larger beingness, and to when I can to erase them, when I can to simply acknowledge them. Sometimes they're connected to my body, sometimes they're not, sometimes they're just connected to memories. Sometimes all I can do is just acknowledge them and loosen them up a little bit. But it's not a short process, unfortunately. But I have been doing a lot of energy work. That's another reason why I haven't posted another video. I'm halfway through reading chapter 12 in my podcast. So those of you who are following my podcast through my YouTube or just directly through my podcast, and all you've seen is chapter 11, well, that's why I've been doing all this freaking energy work on myself. I've started writing music again now that I finally released the story of Swallow, which took me like 10 years to release, and it's kind of galling because it could have been that I was just out of it, or it could be that CD Baby was out of it. There are a lot of energy issues with me and that album. So the release date is shown as 2016. So that's nice. And it's impossible to change now. So whatever. But I've started writing my next album, and it's absolutely nothing like anything I've done before. So far. Although there are some older songs that I am gonna include on the album, and I just I don't know, or that I'm planning to include on the album. I was gonna play one of them for you here, but now I don't know if I will. don't think Dance Piano Lesson is over. This is a really long fucking vlog. This is a really long fucking vlog. I don't care. I haven't done Tarot Tuesday in 2 weeks. Even though yesterday I did a bunch of tarot readings for myself and for my daughter. That was actually nice. I haven't picked up the tarot for myself in quite a while. The tarot cards know me so damn well. They know me so damn well. I was asking questions about this one association that I have. And they were like, oh, no, girl. No, you gotta let this one go. This is bad news for you. And I was like, oh, really? Boo. But I'm lonely. And they were like, nah, girl. You are so much better than that. You deserve so much better than that. In fact, it was so beautiful. I did a Celtic cross, and all the cards around the center of the cross were just like beautiful cards, beautiful cards. Oh yeah, you're this, you're that. Oh yeah, beautiful, rich, yummy. And then on the bar of the cross, first 2 cards were like, yummy, beautiful, good. And then in the environment, I got death. And then the outcome was futility. And I was like, oh, really? Man. But, I mean, they just know me. They just know me. They were like, you're too good for this, girl. You're too good. You deserve so much better. And I was like, okay. I feel you. I hear what you're saying. I get the message. In the past, I would do like, no, that can't be right. And I'd do like another reading. And I'd be like, really? There's this one period of time, right, the devil card just kept showing up. It'd be covering me. It'd be crossing me. It'd be in the future. It'd be in the outcome. And it's like, and I would be getting like death and the devil in every single reading. I'd be like, no, really? 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 I'd be like, every reading. Like in different positions, but in every fucking reading. But it wouldn't be in the past. It'd always be like somehow covering, crossing in the future and the outcome. In the environment. Be like, death devil, death devil, death devil. Like, get out of this mess, girl. What the fuck are you doing? And I'd be like, no, that can't be right. I'll do another reading. And it was right. And I was just like fucking devastated. And it turned out to be true. It was like, heartbreak, awfulness, sadness, no parents, oh, darkness, yeah, darkness, no parents. And it was just true. I should have just listened to the very first reading and not like try and outsmart the cards or tell them that they're wrong, because they were right. They were 1,000% right. So this time I was like, just one reading. That's all I need. You're right. So I hope this video goes viral. Or that at least more than 10 people watch it. Or that I get more subscribers. I keep asking for interaction. Because I really want to interact with people. I'm not just talking to myself here. I'm not just talking to hear myself talk. I'm so serious about that. I want comments. I will read every comment. I have a conversation going. Hit me up on the community tab. I have a Patreon now. I got a Discord server for my patrons. It's all set up. It's ready for you to like fucking go into. Yes, I said fucking. For you to fucking go into. I built it for you. just for you. Yes, I'm on Patreon. I will do tarot readings for you, but actually, for the first 150 subscribers to this channel, you don't have to become patrons. Just DM me your question, and I will give you a free single card reading on your question. Just hopefully try not to make it a yes or no question. I mean, I can do yes or no, but they tend to be like overly direct and harsh. So ideally, if you want a little bit more information and richness to your question, it will be a non-yes or no question. And I will give you a free tarot reading directly. Just DM me, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and DM me your question. And I will give you a free single card reading. That's all you have to do. You also are welcome to become a patron. I would be so honored. I would be so honored, but that's not necessary at this point because the first 150 subscribers to this channel who like this video can DM me a question and I will give you a free reading. And I know what I'm about because I've been doing this for a very, very long time. I'm 54 and I know what I'm doing. I can reach out to you and I can feel what you need. Sometimes the question you ask is not the answer that you need. And I can do that for you. I can help you. So, hit me up. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Thank you so much for giving me your eyeballs for this time and for listening. As always, I give you love. I wish you peace.